Good morning.
Morning.
First of all, before we get started, I'd like to thank Pastor Dale and the entire church for the invitation here. It really is an honor and a privilege to be here. And as you all know, that's part of the script for the speaker. They always say that way. But I got to tell you, it really is a real privilege to be here. You've got a really exciting, dynamic church here, and it's humbling in a lot of ways to be standing up here to preach for you. So with that, let's open briefly in prayer, shall we? Lord, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of all their hearts be acceptable in your sight. O Lord, our rock and our redeemer. Amen.
Amen.
Well, as Dale told you, I'm a historian in my day job. And I can't really admit this around my colleagues, but the real reason I became a historian is I like stories.
Stories?
Historians don't do stories usually. I like stories. And so I thought maybe the best thing to do would be to start off with telling you a story. Now, it's a story you all know. I'm going to leave out the details, but you're going to recognize the basic plot line. Once upon a time, there was a king. And he was a very good king. He ruled his kingdom well, the people were happy, and everything was prospering. And he had someone that he worked with in running and administering the kingdom. Maybe it was his prime minister, or a brother, or a son, somebody that he worked closely with. And for whatever reason, the king had to stop ruling the kingdom. Maybe he got sick, maybe he went off on crusade like Richard the Lionhearted, maybe he died, maybe he was murdered, something happened. And this person who had been his right-hand man ends up taking over the kingdom. And then things start falling apart because this regent, this person who's now running the kingdom, is really running things out of self-interest. And he's corrupt and tyrannical, and everything falls apart. Now we'll pause there, because the ending of the story differs depending on which story you're doing. But what I just told you is essentially the plot line for Hamlet.